Hello everyone and welcome to V8's Online's live coverage of the Club Oz NZ Nascar Truck Series. We are here for round 11 from Pocono Raceway. Jay Kennedy and Isaac Edwards bringing you all the action of tonight's race, which will be 40 laps around this fantastic facility, the Tricky Triangle. And welcome my co-commentator tonight, Isaac Edwards, into the booth. G'day Isaac.
G'day, how are you?
Very good. We also got Stephen Sandman Clark in the booth as well for the moment. He's just finished doing his laps of practice, and he'll be our in-race commentator again tonight. G'day Sandman.
G'day boys, how are we?
Very good, very good. Now, how's the conditions out there?
It's actually very good. Pocono always turns it on. It's never been short of action around here. It really turns on some great racing. The tyres are good for one lap in quality, but after that, even after a long run, they're actually fairly consistent as long as you don't abuse that right front. It's pretty crucial around here considering the speeds we carry through these turns.
You must be loving the nice wide open action that we've got already seen in practice as well.
Yes, mate. Like I said, it's so wide down these straights. You can really race each other, give each other plenty of room. It's a little bit of a different story than we saw last week at Charlotte, but really looking forward to it.
Nice and close times in the practice session at the moment with Jason Martin on top. Good to see him back out on track with a 56.1. Then Dodman 56.2. He's now dumped into the twos. Yourself with a 3, and then pretty much the rest of the field separated by half a second after that. So it's going to be nice and close tonight.
Yeah, there's not a lot in it, and the draft is fairly crucial around here. These trucks really love these long straightaways, and just to grab that toe, you'll see it in the race. These guys will bunch up a little bit, so these guys won't sort of stress too much about qualifying. It's interesting. This is one track that you could probably get away with not having the best qualifying run and still have a pretty good result getting up to the front. So really looking forward to it.
All right, well, good luck for quali, mate. We'll let you go, and we'll chat to you after you finish your run.
Look forward to it. All right, good call, boys.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
So while the drivers get underway with their qualifying, we'll bring up the championship standings as they are right now. Hayden Dodman leading the way, 42-point lead over Ashley. Now, obviously, maximum points you can get in a race is 47, so still open for anyone at the moment. Jason Martin has got 2 races behind Dodman, so Dodman's got his 8 counted. Martin only has 6, so the best 8 races will count for all the drivers. So it's still anyone's championship. David Webb doing a great job in 3rd. Mitchell McLeod in 4th, Edward Foster 5th, Brad Matheson 6th, Martin, as we said, in 7th, Matthew Collette 8th, and then tied for 9th is Nick Crawford and Brett Hender on 250 points.
Well, it's tight, and like you just said, it's anyone's game with only 1 round to go, and that's next week around Dover. So it's all or nothing now. You have to try and keep your head in the game, not get involved in any different accidents that might jeopardize your chance of winning the championship.
Track temp around about 40 degrees, not much wind out there, so conditions are pretty ideal. It's a little bit sunny. Do know that the track has been a little bit tough in regards to how slick it is, but nonetheless it will be very, very good for racing with the nice wide open track. We'll see some difficulty for some guys coming through turn 2 with how slick this track is. I can't even speak tonight. But yeah, it should be good fun in regards to this race. I'm really looking forward to it. The only track that we're doing on the schedule that is not on the official schedule this round for Poconos, we've got Raymond Jager on screen about to start his qualifying lap. We'll follow some of the other drivers that we don't normally get to focus on too much in this qualifying session.
So let's try and talk through how Jager does his lap. He goes into the group, then pulls out to get close to the wall, but not too close. He's got it out right. He got the dirt marks from the trees there, gives you a bit of a marking what the distance is from the wall to the tree line. Goes into turn 2, tries not to hit the apex. It's the tricky. He's hit it.
Not the wall. So that's lap done.
I believe he's not backing out. I'll tell you that.
So he's going to have another go. You'll have to go straight away, but we've just seen Sandman go straight to the top of the timesheets. The good first lap with a 56.3 for him. Matthew Collette in 2nd. A few guys still yet to even jump out onto the track. We've got Jake
Cool.
Maloney coming back out again for another race this week, which is great to see.
Just saw Hampstead kind of power slided into the wall. That's it. He's been his lap.
Yeah, he's already done one lap, so that's the second lap done. Roger Clark, he's just starting his second lap. Did a 56.6 on his first run.
Edward Foster, he's about to start his first lap. So let's see. We'll probably shall see how he goes.
Yep. One's
How he drives.
Really need to watch. So we've got Dodman on screen at the moment, who's doing his first lap. We've got Jason Martin as well, just starting his flying lap. So we'll watch the end of Dodman's lap, and then we'll go over to Jason Martin, who's doing his lap. So the guys have got 10-minute session. Oh, Dodman nearly scrapes the wall. It doesn't quite hit the wall. Good lap, not quite enough. He's a 10th behind Salmon, who improved on his second lap with 56.1. Yeah, he's done a very, very good job there. So we'll go back to Jason Martin. I think Salmon is a bit surprised that he's improved on his second lap. We'll talk to him soon. But Martin is about to come through turn 3 on this lap.
Try and find the best view for me. Okay, let's try the robber. So let's just talking to you guys about how this lap goes. So he try not to get too close to the wall.
55.9.
Wow!
2.5 tenths on the entire field. That's a fantastic lap there from Martin.
And if you haven't seen it, but he was very close to the wall and very close to the apex as well. So he's given it all pretty much.
We've still got quite a few guys. We've got Ashley on screen. He's about to start, or on his flying lap. We'll keep one eye on the timing screen, the other eye on the track. So Ashley currently second in the championship. Coming through turn 3, all sorts of sideways. Through turn 2, you clip the curb, which you do not want to do. So you've got Stephen Williams on screen now. About to start his first lap. Very, very quick into turn 1. The guys have reached just over 300 k's per hour into turn 1, which is mega quick. And he's all sorts of crossed up and into the wall. So that'll be qualifying run done for him. Who else have we got that we can look at? We'll go to Bo Albert. Yep. So here he comes.
I think he's about to start his flyer.
Yep, through turn 2 on his flying lap. Bo just moving across to the Evolution Racing team, one of their newest sign-ups.
Ooh, a little bit wide, but gonna try diving into the apex, which he does. If you guys haven't noticed, there's only 3 corners at Pocono, not your usual 4. And somewhere, it used to be on the walls, but somehow it's not there as Bo goes 11. But there's a tongue-in-cheek joke stating at the wall coming out of turn 3 stating what turn 4.
A really unique oval, this one. It's a fantastic track. One the drivers absolutely love because it is such a unique proposition. We'll go to Brad Matheson, who's about to start his flying lap. There's quite a bit of discussion about some guys that have decided to not do qualifying laps and will start at the rear of the field and work their way through as opposed to being up the front and getting involved in the big action at the start, because guys will be trying to conserve tyres. Matheson a little bit understeer through turn 1. He's going to lose a little bit of speed now coming down at the back straight, but you can see the speed that you're getting
260,
up coming down
270
straight, looking at the trees that you're flying past.
280. Just made 280 coming into turn 2.
Yeah, a little bit off the pace. Some guys have been reaching 285 coming down that back straight, so probably not quite the corner exit out of turn 1, but looking nice and good in the little chute between 2 and 3. Possibly not quite close enough to the curb through 4. Ooh. And this will be about
I don't think it'll be quick.
57, I think this will be.
57.5.
57.5, so we're going on for a second lap. We've also got Stephen Williams going back out for another run. I think he actually might be doing a bit of a simulated race run. No, just does a lap after that little whoopsie-doo on his first lap and puts himself 11th.
Wow.
So I think it's Matheson's the only driver left out on track that is doing a lap at the moment.
So 26 trucks have done a lap, and at least 3 seconds, 3 or 2.5, at least 2 point something is the difference between first and 26.
Yeah, top 17 separated by less than a second, which is always good to see.
Yeah.
About a minute left, and then we'll get underway for this 40-lap race, the second last round, the Club Oz NZ Nascar iRacing Truck Series. Don't know what the future will hold for this series next season around, but we'll see what happens with a 57.4, so an improvement on time, no improvement on position. We've got Sam K out there still punching out a lap. I think he's already done. He's in P4 at the moment, so I don't think we'll see him improve up the timesheets. But
Maybe
about
we will
15
see.
guys have not done a lap in qualifying, which is rather interesting. A great job from Jake Maloney. He put himself in P8. That's a really good lap from him. But we'll really have to watch between Martin, Clark and Dodman. They're the guys that will be very, very important to watch in championship implications throughout this race for those guys.
I mean, for example, if you have a big scuffle somewhere and it involves let's say the top 7, that whole top 7 will maybe be jeopardized a little, but it will bring the options open for other drivers as well.
Yeah, strategy will be very, very important tonight because tyres are really going to play a big part in how guys approach this race and approach this entire track, because you really want to make sure you conserve those couple of tyres that you've got. So we might quickly grab Sandman in for a quick chat while he's getting ready to get underway for the race. We've got the grid up on screen. Sandman, you there, mate?
Yes, buddy.
You'd be a little bit surprised right now, wouldn't you?
Mate, considering I did that time on my second lap, I cooked the first lap and did that time on my second lap and actually made a mistake coming into the tunnel turn. She got a bit away from me, so I only gave up half a tenth. It wouldn't have been enough for pole. That was an awesome lap by Jason Martin, but yeah, I'm pretty stoked with that to do that time on my second lap.
You were thinking you didn't have much left when you did that 3, but to get into the 1s, that's pretty impressive, mate. Well done.
Yeah, that was good. I was happy. Maybe I had a bit of luck with some wind blowing me down the back straight.
There's no wind out there either. Can't even say it's wind. Unless we're talking about something else, but we won't go there. We'll quickly run through the grid and then we'll get your thoughts on the races. Martin and then Sam in P2, Dodman and Sam K, Josh McElmore and Edward Foster. And we've got Robert Mason, Jake Maloney, Matthew Klett, Roger Clark, Stephen Williams, Ashley, Bo Albert, Darren McKenzie, Matthew Trotman, Stephen Jenkins, Norman Clark, Simon Smith, and we've got Richard Hampstead and Sam McLeod rounding out the top 20. Then David Webb, Brendan McCarthy, Brad Matheson, David Kimond, and Daniel Stevens and Jason Rees, the last of the drivers to qualify. Then we've got Mitchell McLeod, Raymond Jager, Ray Kassar, Scott Butler, Matt Stratford, Nick Crawford, Jesse Varley, Daniel Trim, Darren O'Brien, Alex Alvarez, Jason Green, Stacey Walker and Benjamin Smith. The 39 cars we've ended up out on the track. It's going to be a pretty action-packed, Sam, man.
It's awesome. It's great to see a turnout for Pocono. It really does produce some great racing, so I reckon we're in for a ripper. I
agree. Good luck, mate. Strategy for you, though? What's the idea, the thought behind the race tonight?
I'm interested to see how caution friendly this place is. I reckon we should be right as far as cautions. So I'm hoping for some long green runs. But I guess if that's the case, we'll just think about how the race is unfolding and maybe some tyres at the end. It just depends on what everyone else does around me, I guess. All right, mate. We'll let you go because we're about to get underway. So good luck. We'll talk to you. Hopefully not too much tonight, but we'll see how we go. Look forward to it, boys. Have a good call. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
So Stephen, Sam and Clark there will come and jump in for a chat when we're under caution, if we have any, which I'm sure we will, but fingers crossed we won't. So just
don't bring out the commentator's curse.
There we go. Just fixing some audio issues. I hope I fixed it now. I think that sounds better. That's much better. So drivers now pull away for the start of the pace lap. Riding on board, looking back from Jason Martin's truck. Now it's a very, very hard getaway. There's not much time from when the pace car pulls off before the green flag is waved, so it may catch some drivers out back in the field, but the guys that are experienced will know that there's no real huge chance for guys to pull away and get a gap right at the start of this race. So very, very interesting to note the difference this track has in regards to the starting procedure to other tracks.
Indeed, they were. Yeah. I can't even speak myself.
Remember to follow us on all our social media platforms at V8 Online on Twitter, on Facebook, facebook.com/V8 Online. We do stream all our races to Facebook, Twitch, and of course YouTube. Almost all our races are on iRacing Live, so make sure you check out all of our social media platforms. Big weekend of broadcasting which we'll go throughout the race, but a massive weekend ahead here at V8 Online. We're really looking forward to bringing all the action of the Premier Series in V8 Supercars this weekend as we get ready to go green.
Also to note, major events are happening this weekend as well. We've got the Formula 1 with the Monaco Grand Prix. We've got IndyCars with the Indy 500. So
yeah, big weekend of motorsport with lots of things going on. We'll run through all of that throughout the race, but we better get ready to go. We're about to go green.
Who's your pick to win?
I'm not too sure. It's going to be between Martin, Clark and Dodman, I'm pretty sure, because these guys have had extreme pace throughout the season and in practice and qualifying. But coming up to receive the green flag,
here we go.
The pace car pulls in, and
now,
pretty much straight away the flag goes green, and we are underway for 40 laps here at Pocono. The field all spreads coming across the start-finish line, but Martin with a really good jump. Dodman will look up the inside of Sandman Clark.
Shuts the nose off. Sandman says to him, "You're not taking my spot." He even says it to the 11. I think that's Ash Lear. No, it's Dodman, sorry.
Dodman's the 11. So yeah, good driving throughout the field, staying green.
Well, do I see 4 wide?
All nice. Even though we are 3 wide, it's nice and controlled. Good to see.
Oh yeah.
Through the tunnel turn. Got lead of Martin's shot out really, really quickly from Clark Dodman. But all under control through turns 1 and 2. And looking nice and clean through turn 3 so far. Great to see. Good driving, guys.
Sam K just posted on the Facebook chat. He has started from the pits.
Yeah, quite a few guys have started in the pits. So we've got a few guys that are actually already laps down. So that haven't actually started the race at all, which is in a way disappointing. But look at the gap. Martin 4/10 or half a second already over Sandman and Dodman. Those two also pulled half a second over Foster, who's being challenged from John Mickelmore. And look at them coming out of 3. I'm sorry, out of 1. They're doing a great job. Bit of 2x2, 3x3 action with the 98 truck of Stephen Williams and 37 truck of Trotman as well. They're doing a great job keeping it 3 wide. Good to see. Don't touch the curb. Don't touch the curb, guys. I've got 3 wide up the front. Ash Lear, Matthew Collette, the 18 of Robert Mason, Jake Maloney. 3 wide through turn 3.
For yellow's out.
Caution is out. We've got a truck spun. It's Richard Hampstead facing the wrong way through turn 3. We'll try and pick up a replay and see exactly what's happened. Can see him facing the wrong way. I'm not exactly sure what's caused it. Sam McLeod may have been involved as well. Hampstead. There's a truck going up the track in which is the 48, and that was really, really close between quite a few trucks there. Sam McLeod spins after making slight contact. The 48 came up the track a little bit there. I'm not quite sure whether he was pushed up by another truck or not. Maybe in a slight little bit of contact there with the, I think it's the 15 truck. I'm not quite sure. It's a bit hard to see from that angle we've got there. We'll try and get another angle.
I'm just looking here. Looks like
the 16 truck. Sorry, that was. And we'll see if there was any contact there.
Clark? No, I don't think there's any contact.
No.
He got it looks like he got aero pushed.
Yeah, possibly some aero push there, which has caused that accident. So unlucky for Hampstead. He's been the biggest loser out of that. The 3 truck also was facing the wrong direction at one point as well. I did see that. There's quite a few trucks actually facing the wrong way. So Raymond Jager as well facing the wrong way. But we are on caution after 2.5 laps. This race will approximately take about 45 minutes to an hour tonight, so one of the longest that we've got on the schedule in regards to time and distance, which is going to really challenge the drivers. So for 160 odd Ks in length in metric system, so averaging about 110 to 120 Ks the last few races, so a little bit longer, but obviously a faster track as well. As pit lane is open, we're seeing a few guys come in. McLeod, I think, may have had a little bit of contact. He was the truck that was right behind Hampstead, so he is in the lane and may have had a little bit of damage.
Must have. It was very, very close by all the drivers to miss that accident, so well done to them not getting involved in their own fracas.
Yeah, really good driving from all the guys there. It was really good to see that guys didn't just barge through and see a caution as an opportunity to gain positions. They actually saw it for what it was to show some caution and understand that there's a car that's actually had an accident and not get involved and cause a bigger accident, because that's what we've seen the last few rounds, is accidents causing bigger accidents. So
yeah, it kind of blew up on the forums.
It did. It got a bit upset. A few drivers upset, and a few race admins quite upset with the driving standards of the last round. Hello, Sandman.
G'day, boys.
Geez, Martin pulled away from you quick then.
He got an awesome start. See him go. That was great. I didn't think I was asleep at the wheel, but he got a great start, and yeah, he took off, and I wasn't really too prepared to sort of chase him down. I knew it was fairly early, so yeah, it's just sort of sit and wait for the moment.
No thoughts of pitting there, obviously?
Nah, 2 laps. It's not really enough unless you're trying to go for a quality run. You know, that the tyres still feel pretty good. If it got to about 10 or 15, you'd probably think about it, but nah, not at this stage.
What's the plan for the restart? Do you try and hang with Martin, or not stress about him and do your own race?
Yeah, I'm prepared to sit. I expect sort of Martin and Dodman to sort of be up the front and be the 2 quick guys, so I'm just sort of played out. I thought Hayden might have got me on the start of that race, and I thought about letting him up the inside, but I had a good run around the outside, so I managed to keep that. So as he sneaks up and gets a bit of TV time, but yeah, both those guys are pretty good and pretty quick. So you know, if Hayden sort of gets position on me, I'm happy to let those guys run for a little while, and I want to buy a ticket to the end. So.
All right, mate. Good luck. Hopefully we don't talk to you too much, but we will talk to you again soon.
I look forward to it, boys.
I know you do.
It would catch us.
Stephen Sandman Clark there. So we were talking before, while we're under this caution, we do have a big weekend of broadcasting as well, with the real world motorsport all over the weekend. We've got the 4th round of the V8 Supercar Online Premier Series coming up from Sebring. Now, if you remember last year, we had a massive, amazing battle throughout that race at Sebring. Actually, we put out a video and it went very viral, that video. So awesome race there last year. If we can have half as good a race there this year, it should be really, really fantastic. So make sure you tune in Sunday evening from around about 5:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and run right up to Formula 1 start, and then you can go and flick over and hopefully watch Dan Ricciardo pick up the win. And after Formula 1 finishes, you can have a little nap, and then get up for the Indy 500, and after the Indy 500 have another little nap, and then we're off for the Coke 600, which is one of my favourite NASCAR races of the year, the longest race in the NASCAR calendar. It's just on 900 kilometres in length, which is amazing to think the guys go that long. About 4.25 hours of racing, which should be fantastic to watch. I'm really looking forward to that one as well.
And this year they've got the splits, and for Charlotte only, I heard, is going to be 4 splits. So
yeah, 4 stages, so extra stage they've added in just to liven up the racing a little bit. Every other race has had the 3 stages, and saw the 4 stages running at the All-Star Shootout and the All-Star Open last weekend, which was rather interesting. It ended up a very, very entertaining finish, but bigger news as well with the NASCAR series next year running an extra road course, technically, with running the Roval at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the playoffs, which will be very, very interesting. I'm not sure how that'll go, but we'll see what happens.
Well, actually, funnily enough, I've seen the map, and the Roval has actually had an additional 2 corners added to the map. As well as that, Richmond is not. It won't be the final race of the regular season. It will be Indianapolis.
Yeah, a few changes to schedule, but I think really crying out for a really good road course later in the season and into the chase. And something like Road Atlanta, Road America, Mosport, all these awesome tracks that could potentially be in the schedule. Missing out in saying that though, Mosport will be in the truck chase next year, which should be really good to see as well. So getting ready to go green.
Road America is, and I think Mid Ohio is in the Xfinity Series.
Correct.
Last year we've had Australian Owen Kelly racing that, and he did relatively okay, but it was in the wet, and well, in the Xfinity Series they're allowed to use wipers and wet tires, so that
getting ready to go green.
Race.
Yeah, they definitely did go green this time by. So Martin controls the field once that pace car pulls off, but there's no gap between the pace car pulling off, the green flag waving as the pace car pulls in right now. Green flag flies straight away.
Oh,
great jump from Martin again.
But great,
He's got a great jump, and look at Maloney around the outside. He's going to round up a couple of guys really quickly.
Oh, what you really need to do is to go 3 wide in a turn 1.
4 wide in a turn 1.
4.
39 on screen. Oh, it's contact. We've got a truck in the wall, 86. Stacey Walker scraped the wall. Got pushed out wide. We've got
chaos, Sam. Hampstead again.
No caution yet at this stage with the trucks on the infield. We're going to stay green.
Oh, that's almost reminiscent of the accident between
the front four. Look at the front four pulling away. We've got a second on the rest of the field.
Oh, wow.
They are pulling away so quick. So it's Martin out in front as the caution now flies.
Oh,
Dodman,
I'm so excited for that.
Had pulled away, but we've got a caution. Not quite sure 100% as to why the caution was so delayed. So we'll try and find out exactly what caused that caution in the end, but we'll get a replay of that accident that we saw at the restart. So on board here with Simon Smith, who was involved in that somewhere. Just checked up a little bit there.
And it spun around himself.
Yeah, I think he was trying to avoid what was happening ahead of him, put his foot on the brake and spun, but we'll be able to get a good view. We see Brad Matheson up, got a little bit of understeer and up into Stacey Walker. And then we've got the trucker Sam Kay, Richard Hampstead, and another truck there, all coming together.
That looks like Jager, like the 39 truck maybe. 39, that was David Kimman.
Yeah, I don't think he was involved in that one, so might get a view on board with Sam Kay.
And then I'm looking here, Simon led a little bit forward and lost control, spun it around, and that might have thrown the caution. Does a flick spin and drives off as normal.
This is on board with McLeod. It happens right in front of him here.
Yeah, and then that incident between Hampstead and Jager is so reminiscent of that very iconic crash between Dale Jr. and Steve Park back in 2002. If you want to go on YouTube and search up the top 10 or top 5 Pocono crashes, that crash will be featured in most of the top 10s.
A few guys surprising coming into the lane here. We've got Josh Micklemore coming in. It's the first truck coming in. Stacey Walker obviously coming in. He was involved in that accident, as was Brad Matheson, Matt Stratford in as well. Richard Hampstead in the lane as well. So quite a few guys have come into the lane.
Yeah, but the front runners are still haven't pitted yet.
Yeah, no point pitting yet with the tyre wear being fairly minimal on those runs that they've had. Hopefully we can get a bit better green flag running next time around. A little bit messy there with guys going 4 wide coming into turn 1 that time around. So hopefully we'll be a little bit cleaner this time.
Hopefully.
But the field at the moment is Jason Martin from Stephen Clark, then Hayden Dodman, Jake Maloney, Robert Mason in P5, and then you got Ash Lear, Edward Foster, Darren McKenzie, Bo Albert, Roger Clark rounding out the top 10.
Oh, this might get really close. I really hope that this event's going to bring out the best in people, because what we're seeing here is we're gonna hopefully see much fairer, much cleaner racing. But yeah, before the caution happened, 4 cars, 1 second. I hope this happens again when the restart happens, because
Yeah, that front
that's
four,
pretty much.
they just pulled away. They were off and running, and Mason wasn't able to stick with them. Lear tried to get past Mason, but was unable to, and they were getting or losing a lot of time back to the rest of the field. So good bit of driving from Martin, Clark, Dodman and Maloney to pull away as we now commence lap number 10. And I do believe we'll have 1 to green this time by. We'll double check that. No, it's lights are still on the pace car, so I've still got 2 to go. Very long pace laps here, so this will be really frustrating. I'm sure there'll be a bit of chatter going over the in-game chat with some guys try and clean it up a bit, because it is really painful under caution here, this track. Yeah. It is such a long lap time under caution. So 40 laps if we go under caution will be about 90 odd minutes of driving at a fairly slow speed. Pace car going about 120 odd kilometers an hour, so a little bit too slow. You don't really want to go that fast.
Nope. Just want to mention here as well. Oh, I'm seeing in the chats someone's really tired. That's from Mason. Oh, I just lost my train of thought there. I thought something, now it's gone out of my head. Well, class.
Hopefully we'll get green this time by.
Oh, yeah, that's right. If you're going, sometimes with racing like this, you don't want to be the sitting duck in all this, because if you're going to be the sitting duck, you're going to be losing tons of positions. In super speedways, you can't be the sitting duck all the time, because you're just going to be hung out to drive, and you'll be losing approximately 1 to at least 10 positions depending on the draft train.
I apologise, guys. I just had a crash of my overlays, so I'm going to try and quickly fix that. There we go. They've just fixed themselves. That's good. It's rather unfortunate. I'm just trying to get another replay of that restart. I'll try and see if I can quickly get one as the drivers come up. Hopefully we're about to get green. Nah, it's not going to allow me to do it, so we'll go back to live. Sorry, guys.
You just hate it when that happens.
The lights are out on the first Ford Mustang pace car, so we will get green flag this time by. We will have 28 laps of racing remaining. So it's Martin from Clark, Dodman, Maloney, Mason, Lear, Foster, McKenzie, Albert and Clark. In regards to the runners that we have in championship running, we've got David Webb in 13th position. He's currently P3 in the championship. Mitchell McLeod, who is P4, he's currently in 18th position. Edward Foster, who is in 5th position, he's in 7th position on track. Brad Matheson, who is in 6th position in the championship, he's a little bit back further in the field. He was involved in that incident, or started the incident with a little bit of push into Stacey Walker, so he's back in 32nd position. Jason Martin obviously leading the race. Matthew Collette in P number 24. Nick Crawford, I don't believe he's racing tonight, is he? No, yes he is, sorry. 26
yes, he
at
is.
the moment. And Brett Hender is not racing tonight though, unfortunately. So guys in the championship hunt, still well and truly in this race, as we're not far away from going green as we come through turn 3 here at the Tricky Triangle. Pocono Raceway, one of the coolest oval circuits, which will actually have a re-release on iRacing in the near future. We'll talk about that soon as we get ready to get the green flag. Pace car pulls in and we're off and running almost instantly. Great start from the guys at the front. The front four again really pulled away really well. Look at Sandman cutting across there. Able to get a little bit of a jump those front three, but Maloney's going to stick there with them as well. And a better start from Lear as well. He's going to get around the outside.
Well done to all the
three
drivers.
wide back in the field. But looks a little bit cleaner this time. We've got the 39 truck and the 21 almost coming together with three by three.
Oh,
this is messy. Clean it up, boys. Don't go 3 wide into the tunnel turn. Need to clean it up at least 2 wide.
Oh, there we go. 2 wide.
See a move done up for P5. Lear now ahead of Mason. And that is much cleaner now.
A thought of a 5 wide is just ludicrous.
So gap first back to second. Martin now 0.4 of a second. Look at this angry pack throughout this field. Great to see the racing going on though. Martin though, half a second on that lap as we commence lap 13. It's Martin from Clark, Dodman, Maloney and Lear.
Oh, wow.
The front four has pulled away though. And saying that the second through fourth is really where the battle is at the moment. We've got Clark, Dodman, Maloney and Foster is being pressured by Bo Albert around the outside as Albert's in the wall. And he's going to have to check up a little bit, and that allows Darren McKenzie to get past, and Trotman is going to try and get a move done up the inside with Albert a little bit down on speed with that little scrape on the wall. And McLeod now coming in too, and should settle him down now. It doesn't look like there's too much damage to the truck, it's just hurt his speed down that back straight. McLeod though looking really pacey. He didn't qualify in this race, so he's done a great job now working his way up. He's in P11.
Oh, look at here.
Here he goes. He's going to go around the outside. Sorry, up the inside. And Clark, look at him defending. Actually, he's allowing Dodman through, which is what we were talking to him about before. He's allowed Dodman through because Dodman has a bit more pace. McLeod and Albert are still going at it here, coming through turn number 1. Albert's holding that outside line, which in a way is a little bit of a preferred line. You get a better run, a better exit out of turn number 1 on that line, but it looks like he's given up that position to Mitchell McLeod. Good smart little bit of driving there.
Jenkins and Collette. Colette's going to try and pass him on the inside. Does he do it? Yes, he does.
Collette up the inside, so and here comes Stephen Williams as well, looking to get that move done as well. Doesn't look like he's going to do it. He's going to pull out of it, so that's a good bit of driving. Now, interesting with the length that we're going to have left in this stint, whether we will see guys doing green flag stops later in the race to potentially get some tyres, new fresh boots, which could be key. But look at the battle for the lead. Here comes Dodman up the inside, move done.
He's going to do it. Yeah, move done.
So Martin now back into P2. He may lose the second spot. Yeah, to Sandman as well. So Sandman looking to make that move up the inside. He's just hanging there with Dodman, unable to get the move done. Now on board with Martin. He's going to tuck right in, try and get a shoot and a slingshot through here, through the tunnel turn, through turn 2. Unable to do it. The front 3 now have just pulled away from Maloney, who's out in a pack all on his own. Lear holding off another train of cars.
Like I said before, you don't want to be in dark.
So all fairly single file at the moment, which is really good to see as well. We needed some guys to actually settle down and get some racing under their boots, which is really good to see.
Nearly a touch.
Roger Clark here looking to make a move up the inside, as is Mitchell McLeod up the inside of Darren McKenzie. So McLeod now moving up to P number 8 now, and Bo Albert with Roger Clark on his inside. Albert's going to be able to hold around the outside by the looks of this, and they're going to go 3 wide with Collette as well, looking to get involved. He's actually now side by side with Clark.
This is going to get pretty gnarly if they
all under control here by the looks of it, which is really good. It's only taken 11 weeks, but it looks like we might be under control a little bit now.
Finally. There's a pass coming there by Josh Michael. Move done.
McLeod and McKenzie are still side by side coming in through turn number 3. So they're about to start lap 17. We are almost at the halfway point in this race, which is actually gone along pretty quick once we've gone green. This race will fly if we stay green in this one. So
nope. Oh, they both do a bit of a tandem, but they both save it. So yeah, no caution there.
We've got Hampstead up the inside of Sam McLeod, which is of course Mitchell's father. So we've got McLeod, Mackenzie and Trotman. Trotman looking to try and almost push McLeod through. And this little pack of cars in from Mitchell McLeod back now is where all the action seems to be.
Yeah, Mackenzie goes past. Nearly.
They've got Trotman trying to look up the inside, and he may get it done. We've got Macklemore. Oh, Colette almost scrubs up the track into Albert. Albert does hold on to the position, won't lose a spot.
That was very close. Very, very close. But
a big advantage that McLeod's got. He pitted during that first caution. Everyone else stayed out. So the first run we had was about 2.25 laps. So these guys ahead of McLeod will have 2.25 lap older tyres. But the battle right up the front, Dodman and Martin have just pulled away from Clark. Maloney there, but Trotman, Albert, Collette, Macklemore still going on. Roger Clark, Stephen Jenkins also involved. We've got change for the lead though. So we're on board with Dodman now back in P2, and he's going to get a run out of the exit. This is only going to help Sandman, who's in this battle now as well. We talked about draft with him before. He just wants to stay in it, and he's got it. He'll close up coming into turn 1. Battle for the lead is on.
This is also the battle for the championship here, because the 3 drivers here all have a chance of winning the title, but the driver who might be in it also the most is Dodman. He's going to try and squeeze out on the inside. No, he doesn't.
Won't do it. So Martin, whilst in 7th or 8th position in the championship, has actually raced 2 races less than Dodman with 4 races less than Dodman with the best 8 races counting in the championship. Effective with only 6 races, Martin is leading the championship by about 3 or 4 points, so it's going to be really, really close. Both guys have picked up the bonus point for leading a lap, so they'll be wanting to make sure they get as many points as possible in this race before we head to Dover next week. We are almost at halfway. We are starting lap 20. We've got 21 to go.
Oh, I see free wide in the background.
There we've got Albert, Clark, Macklemore, Jenkins, Collette,
guys,
Trotman.
Don't make it 4 wide.
This is messy, messy, messy.
2 wide.
We've gone back into 2x2, which is really, really good. We've gone green now for quite a few laps, and we've gone 2x2, 3x3 for a long time as well. But look at this train. Look at Collette with the bump drafting down that back straight.
And looks like Clark and I think Trotman, the 32, doing their own bit of bump drafting as well. And they're going to go 3 wide. Again.
This is good driving from these guys. 3 wide into turn 3 is okay. That's fine. You can do that. Tunnel turns where we've got to be careful. We've got
Mackenzie.
He's off into the fence. Hopefully he's okay. We've got a caution out for that. So, unfortunate there. That was some really, really good driving. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but Darren McKenzie ended up in the wall at the outside of 3. He was sort of stuck on the outside. Let's see if we can get a replay and see exactly what happened. So I got the green truck on the outside here through turn 2, the 08, Darren McKenzie. See if we can pick up exactly what happened. Side by side there, and a little bit of contact with the 37, and he's just ended up in the fence, unable to stop it, and he's then ended up, unfortunately, it looks like there's some damage to his truck, and he's had to abort his truck, which has brought out the caution. Now this will be really, really interesting up the front.
And has left the server.
Who will pit for tyres? Martin has continued. Oh no, he actually hasn't caught the pace truck yet, the pace car yet. So I was going to say they haven't pitted, but they can't pit yet. They haven't even called the pace car. So they'll continue on for a little bit longer.
Yeah, Darren McKenzie has unfortunately left the server.
Yeah, unlucky for him. He was actually going all right. So, been some really, really good driving throughout this race. I'm really enjoying this tonight. I'm surprised with how well behaved the field has been, but at the moment the field, top 15 on your screen, we've got Martin, Dodman, Clark, Maloney, Lear, Mason, Foster, McLeod, Klett, Trotman, Clark, Albert, McLemore, Jenkins and O'Brien. That pack from 9th back to 15th, that was awesome to watch. Some great driving from those guys, and we've seen the lead change a couple of times in that little stint as well. So this is really, really good to watch.
It is very good to watch. As I'm trying to figure out what should I do with my phone, because my tablet is still in an update. Don't worry, I've already got that fixed.
And of course, the next few weeks of broadcasting, we've got some massive things coming up here on V8 Online. We've obviously talked about the Premier Series. We've got Porsche Carrera Cup Australia. We've got another All-Star Shootout coming up in a couple of weeks. We've got the Le Mans 24-hour, which we'll also be a part of as well. So, awesome, interesting, entertaining racing coming up at V8 Online. If you're not sure what we've got on, we will be updating our Facebook page every week to let you know the broadcasts, where and when and what. As Pitts Lane is open, Martin dodging, thinking, not going, yes, going, no,
yeah,
yes,
going,
yes,
going,
he's going.
gone.
He's committed now. He's in past the commitment cone, and it looks like I'd be surprised if anyone stays out here. You really want to make sure you pit here. You need those fresh tyres. The only reason you wouldn't pit is to try and sneakily take a lead lap point, which it looks like Hampstead may be going to do. Hampstead going to take an extra point in the championship, which I'm a little bit surprised about. He's going to take this track position to hope for another caution at some point.
Jago doesn't pit.
Yep. So front two cars have not pitted. We've got another truck come out. Robert Mason. He's only taken 2 tyres. And Jager, of course, is a lap down. So he has just done that to get his lap back. But Hampstead leads now from Robert Mason, Jason Martin, and Stephen Sandman Clark.
So, I'm now going into the point of view of Hampstead. Should he let Martin by? Because he knows that the current front runners are faster than what he is. Will he let him by, or will Hampstead challenge them to go past for the lead? Is he going to play it easy, or is he going to pretty much not take no for an answer?
I'm pretty sure he won't have a choice. The guys with fresh tyres will just work their way through and be able to get the moves done when needed. So Dodman's actually lost out in this pit stop. 1 second slower stop. He's going to come out. He's come out behind Clark. McLeod has gained a couple of spots by the looks of it. He's out right behind Lear. Collette with the big winner in the pit stops. He's come out ahead of Ash Lear. So they're all coming past the 3 truck. He's getting told to let the rest of the field by.
Mason's going to the pits again.
Yeah, Mason's
doing
decided
there?
to pit now to allow the rest of the field by. He's using a bit of a strategy to get to the back of the field, which a lot of guys do. It's not an entirely bizarre move, that one.
Alright.
So that's Hampstead from Martin. Clark, Dodman is the official standings as they are right now. Unfortunately, the overlay is not updating live.
That's a bit of a bummer there, but hopefully it gets better. Hopefully it gets better later.
So the lights are still on the pace car. We'll have 15 laps to go when we get the green flag signal in 2 laps time.
Oh, this is going to get really fun. So this is what, our 3rd caution. In this matter of time, matter of distance, we might have doubled that. But yeah, well done by everyone currently driving to pretty much stay in their position and not do anything that might cause a big melee.
Yeah, unlucky just Darren McKenzie popping up in the chat. He actually put it in the wall to make sure that he didn't cause a bigger wreck. So nice little bit of courteous driving, which is always good to see. We always appreciate that.
Yeah.
Unlucky in how it's all come about, but yeah, it was a great little pack that we had there. So this restart, I think, will be really, really interesting. We'll no doubt see Martin drive around the outside through turn 1, but Clark is going to be the interesting one. We might quickly grab him for a chat. Hello there, Sandman.
G'day.
Interesting what you've got ahead of you here.
Yeah, I haven't decided to stay out.
Just what's the plan here? You're going to try and go around him, obviously. Inside or outside, are you thinking?
I don't know. It depends on what sort of start he gets. If I can get up the inside of him and make it sort of 3 wide into turn 1, that'd be good, because I reckon my tyres are fairly good as far as keeping that low line. But we've seen on the restarts Jason Martin's fairly quick anyway, so it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
That's a good little battle you had ahead of you between Martin and Dodman there.
That was awesome. And wouldn't you know it, I decided to let Dodman pass just because I felt he probably wanted to be a little bit racier than I wanted to be at that stage. And sure enough, they go into turn 1 and Jason has a bit of a moment and Hayden's all over him. I thought, I could have got past and maybe led for a little while, but nevertheless, I was pretty happy to let Hayden pass at the time.
Now, obviously, everyone pitted there except Hampstead. Are you surprised that he stayed out?
I actually thought about it, but then when I saw everyone else pitting, I was like, no, I'm not going to stay out. I don't know how far back he was, so for track position, it's probably a good idea. If we get a couple more cautions, it'll work in his favour. So I don't know if he pitted under any of those other cautions, but
yeah, he pitted under the first 2. He was actually involved in the first one and got a little bit of damage from the second one. So he was about 25th or so. So to lead a couple of laps now, he's up amongst it.
Good strategy for him though.
It'll make it entertaining anyway. Good luck, mate. We'll let you go.
Bring it on. Thanks, boys.
Thank you.
Stephen Sandman Clark, they're currently P3. This is going to be really, really entertaining restart here. We'll see what actually happens. So we've got Hampstead leading in the 35 from Martin in the 30. We've got Clark in the 96, the 11 of Dodman, the 29 of Maloney, and the 53 of Foster, your front 6. Then we've got Lear, Klett, McLeod as the flag flies, the green flag goes, and Hampstead trying to jump away. He's moved to the inside very, very quickly and right over to the inside to almost let the other guys pass if they had enough speed, but he is away. But look at how quick Martin has closed that gap and into turn 1. He's right there and about to make a move almost instantly.
And there we go, change for the lead. Almost.
Yeah, it hasn't quite changed yet, but Martin will take the position coming in through the tunnel turn. So we've got 15 laps to go. So it's and it looks like Clark will also go through as well, but this could really, really play out to favour Hampstead if we get a couple more cautions. He's now in the top 5. Maloney, though, is right there too. He's tucked up right up behind Dodman.
But look at Sandman. He's up a car's length between himself and Martin.
And look at Dodman moving. Sorry, that's Lear up the inside.
Lear.
And McLeod in amongst it too. So Lear and Collette up the inside. We've got Collette sideways. Foster all crossed up, and he's held onto it. Great driving, guys.
Gets a bit of rally cross.
He's kept it going. Great driving. Unfortunate, a little bit of a tap there, which is very, very expected in those big aggressive packs. We've got Albert up the inside of Foster, who was all sorts of crossed up, held it well. Trotman, Rickamore side by side. Look up front, though, second and third, it's on. Dodman side by side with Clark, and Maloney's there to take advantage of well. Clark's going to try and hold it around the outside.
It's on for young and old.
It's really, really tough to get a move done up the inside that low in turn 3. Really, really tough because the exit of the corner sharpens off. So we've got 13 to go now. So it's Martin from Clark, Dodman, Maloney, then Lear, Hampstead doing a great job to hold on, then McLeod. We've got side-by-side action back from 8th further back. We've got 2x2, Albert Buckleball, then Trotman, Foster, and Roger Clark. Stratford looking up the inside of Norman Clark, gets that move done. Jenkins up the inside of Stephen Webb, he'll get that done into turn 2 as well.
All doing pretty well.
Stratford though, oh yep, no, they've all pulled into line right at the last second. I was a bit worried that wasn't going to happen, but we'll go back to this battle. Second and third, Clark and Dodman.
It's getting pretty interesting now.
Oh, Sam and Clark almost into the fence. Manages to keep a hold of it, no incident.
Yeah. Oh!
12 to go.
Sam K? Is that Sam K? In the wall. Saw one in the wall. In the rear.
I've got Joel Smith. Joel Smith in the wall.
Oh.
Slow coming through turn 3, so staying green though.
Staying green.
Here we go.
Really good.
Dodman looking up the inside. Won't be able to get it done here. He's going to have to try and get a run out of this turn.
Is he going to do it though? Look, looking here, Jason Martin's pulled away.
Yeah, Martin now out to an 8/10 lead.
Oh, pretty. Yeah, everyone has plucked himself into line now. Hampstead went from P1 to
Oh, here we go. Change
ace.
of position for P2. Sandman moves to the side and he will give up the spot to Dodman.
Yeah. 10 to go.
11 to go.
Oh, 11 to go. Damn, I was close. So, yeah, this battle is gonna get really hot because Martin's now got a 7/10 gap over I think it's Dodman now.
Yeah, Dodman in P2, so it's actually live on track now at 9/10 of a second. Martin back to Dodman, who's now pulled about 4/10 over Sandman, who is now under attack from Jake Maloney. Now, Richard Hampstead's managed to keep inside the top 10 on those very, very old tyres.
Oh.
P10 for Hampstead now, and he is actually closing up under. Awesome camera shot looking there through through the start-finish line. Actually a bit of damage to Hampstead's truck to the inside. It's tucked right up in behind Foster, almost into the fence.
Yeesh.
Back up the front though. First, second, that gap's now closed to 7/10 of a second, so Dodman is closing the gap back to Martin. So we'll keep our eye on that. We've got teammate battle as well between Lear and McLeod. That actually has championship implications as well, because Lear second in the championship, McLeod fourth in the championship. Those two guys will be wanting to have the bragging rights within the team. As we're about to start 9 to go as Maloney's into the fence at the exit of 3.
Oh no, not Maloney. Thankfully not a lot of damage, but is a little bit slower than before.
Here comes McLeod up the inside of Lear. His front 6 have just blasted away from the rest of the field. They've got 4 seconds on the rest of the field, and that's moved done. McLeod up to P5, Lear back to P6. Gap between first and second now out to a second, so that's now extended. Albert, as we've got a caution out. We've got a caution out. We've got Hampstead in the pits. Actually was getting tyres done. Interesting. I'm not sure exactly what's caused the caution.
Yeah. Was it a trigger? Was it trigger happy, or was it something else? And possibly was something else. Because
something else has caused that. We'll see if we can find out exactly what's caused that. I'm not too sure.
I'm seeing a truck actually stopped. Simon Smith actually stopped on track for a split second, got back up. Yeah. Very trigger happy.
See if we can find out what's happened there, but not too sure. But this is going to really, really mix up what guys do in regards to strategy and things. So I'm not too sure.
Yeah, that's very odd to say, because well.
Yeah, not too sure. Can't quite pick up what's caused that caution. So go back live and see who's going to come into the pits, because I'm really not sure what guys will do. There's 8 to go. So we'll have about 4 laps of green flag running when we go green. This is going to be a really, really close call on what you should do. And I don't think there's a right or wrong decision. Just what you feel like you need to do is what you're going to do here. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what guys actually do. It's going to be a really, really tough decision for guys.
It will be. As we're, I think we're now passing turn 2.
Yeah, coming through turn 2. So we've got Martin from Dodman, Clark, Maloney and McLeod now. So we've got a big winner out of this if guys actually pit is Hampstead, who's just come in, taken fresh tyres and was in the lane as the caution was flown. So if the other guys come in, he will actually come out in first with fresh tyres. So be interesting to see what comes out of this. So Hampstead right at the back of the field. If other guys come in, he'll actually jump them. Very, very clever play. Not quite sure what's caused the caution. Now Martin looking like he might come in. We'll see what happens. No. Yes.
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 No.
No, not coming in. And look at everyone else deciding against it. McLeod may get in trouble there. He's collected the cone. So he could get in trouble for unsafe pit entrance or unsafe pit exit. We'll see what happens. It actually registered that he's made a 1/10 of a second trip down the pit lane. That's how far committed he was. He could have a penalty there, so we'll see what happens.
Naughty, as we're now on to 007 to go. And the reason I say that is because Wednesday morning we heard the news of the loss of one of the greatest British actors of all time, and that is Sir Roger Moore.
It's been a disappointing, sad week in motorsport as well with the passing of Nicky Hayden, but we all know that things happen for a reason. So if you are out there riding a push bike, make sure you be a bit careful. If you are driving on the road, make sure you look out for cyclists because you never know what could potentially happen. So public service announcement from V8's Online.
Yep. As well as those attacks in Manchester.
Yep, sad week.
Yeah, it's been a really sad week for not only motorsport, terrorism, and actors. But yeah, I think for me that's hit the most has, of course, been the Manchester attacks.
So we've got be 6 to go at the line, which hopefully we'll get the green 1 to go signal from the pace car, and then should have 5 green flag laps. Fingers crossed.
All that aside, if a caution comes out now, this might end the race.
Potentially could. So this restart's going to be really, really crucial and be really, really interesting to see what happens with Mitchell McLeod, whether he will receive a penalty for breach of pit, entrance, commitment cone, etc. Martin taking a very, very bizarre line. It looks like we may be... No, still 2 to green. So we'll have 4 laps of a green flag or 4 laps of racing left when we get the restart signal. So Hampstead after that he's now come back out in 24th position, so it hasn't ended up playing too well into his hands. Thought a few more guys may have pitted there, so nothing to lose for those guys back in the field though that have pitted. So Norman Clark, Sam Kay, Nick Crawford, Alex Alvarez, Brad Matheson, Raymond Jager all pitted that time by. Jager actually picked up the lucky dog, so we have 30 trucks on the lead lap now with 6 to go here at Pocono.
That's got to be a record.
Yeah, very, very good rate of attrition tonight, so guys doing a really, really good job keeping it under control. Now, hello, if you are watching for the first time, we are live V8's Online. You can watch us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, iRacing Live. So if you are new to us, make sure you subscribe to all our channels. Make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms, facebook.com/V8's Online, also on Twitter @V8's Online. Big week of broadcasting ahead this week and next week. This week, obviously Sunday, we will have the V8 Supercar Online Premier Series from Sebring, 5:30 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time for the broadcast start. Then we will have the official V8 Supercar iRacing Series Monday night for the second last round from Okayama in Japan. Trucks next week at Dover, and next Sunday we will be back with Porsche Carrera Cup Australia action coming up in the next couple of weeks as well. We will have the All-Star Shootout number 3, which was great fun the last time around. All-Star Shootout 2, Jared Filsell picked up the win. We're hearing a few big names from a few teams and a few potential wildcards that we'll hopefully get to announce in the coming days and weeks. So we get ready. 6th of June, Tuesday 6th of June will be when we'll have that event coming to you, as we are now getting the signal we are 1 to green. So if you are wanting to keep a track on our broadcast schedule, make sure you check out our website, v8online.com, or follow our Facebook page, facebook.com/v8online, and we will update the schedule every week on our Facebook page and feature a new driver every week, which is a new initiative for the broadcast team to bring a few different drivers and teams that are a little bit more unknown, or you actually get to see who the real people are behind these steering wheels and computer games.
Yep. I'm really willing to be part of it, but it's only just myself running in it at the moment, so I've got a little to no chance of being in the All-Star Shootout. But yeah, I will be there. It will be very fun to watch. I've done quite a number of practice laps around Suzuka East, even running along the Joker laps, which, mind you, will bring up a big challenge. And I really like the Joker lap initiative because it feels like it is the rallycross.
Yeah, it's a little bit of rallycross mixed up with Speedway. Have a look at Sandman, closed right up behind Martin. He wants to make sure he gets that jump at the restart and gets ahead of Dodman, just in case, as we said, another caution will end this race. So we're about to get the green flag message.
Sandman's not going to take no for an answer. He has not won a race yet, and if he will be ecstatic. As pace car pulls away now.
Green flag flies, here we go. We've got 4 laps to go and they cross the line. Great jump from Martin. Dodman pulls across. Maloney also with a great start. Sandman's lost out in that one. And he's got to watch out for Lear and McLeod as well. McLeod looking up the inside. Side by side with teammates. And
Sandman the big loser.
Nice and clear as we've got almost contact back in the field with 3 wide. We've got a truck right outside into the wall. Managed to stay green though, so good job from those guys.
Yeah, very good. We've only got, what's this, 4 to go?
4 to go, so side by side Clark and Lear managed to keep it going.
Sandman's losing a lot.
Yeah, he actually lost to Lear. Lear's now managed to drop back in. McLeod side by side with Clark. Now Lear looking under pressure from Albert Micklemore.
Well, saying that, Jason Martin's in a bit of a pressure from, what's that, Dodman.
Dodman now P number 2 and applying a lot of pressure, very, very close now on the tail of our race leader, Jason Martin. So we've got race leader in Martin, championship leader in Dodman, and Maloney P3, Clark 4th, McLeod 5th. Another caution out.
Come
and
on.
that will end the race.
Oh, and even more. There we go. 1 round.
I'll try and pick up a replay on what's actually happened. That's unfortunately going to end this race, which has been a really, really entertaining one.
That was really... Oh, that's Collette.
Yeah, we've got Matthew Collette on screen at the moment. Looks like he was involved. I'm not sure whether he's caused or been an innocent party. We'll see what's happened. He's on the outside of Matheson. Matheson, yeah, was holding the line there. And and then the truck that we saw spun was a 27, so we'll get another replay. We'll see if we can jump on board there.
Yeah, and that's my voice of disappointment. I wanted this race to go out with a bang, but that's not the bang I was wanting to get.
See, they're looking at the groove in the track. Let's drop down, and unfortunately, Matheson had another truck on the inside of him, so he couldn't go anywhere.
But all in all, it's a pretty great comeback for Jason Martin. He has missed quite a number of rounds, but to come back as race winner, that's one thing we've got to be proud of. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
So 2 laps to go, which will be under the pace car. So it'll be Martin picking up the win from Dodman, Maloney, Clark and McLeod. Good drive from Stratford as well to get up to P11. But McLeod, obviously, as we said, didn't do a qualifying lap. He's now ended up in P5. He'll finish this race. So good drive from him. We'll bring Sam Man up for a bit of a chat. Hello, Sam Man. That was a bit of a wild restart, mate.
Yeah, I didn't get the best start, but
No.
it's what a shame that this thing's ended under yellow, because I think that was shaping up to be something pretty good.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about what was going on up the front there. It looked really, really good, and Hayden started to get a run on Martin, so we may have seen some action up the front, but unfortunate way to end it, so disappointing.
Yeah, nevertheless, it was. This place does turn it on. It's good racing here, and the speeds that we carry and the how wide it is around here. It really does produce some good stuff. Just a little bit disappointed that we didn't get the hybrid racing simulation Chevy on the podium. We were in touch there and just got nobbled at that restart, and Jake held the outside line, and as he was entitled to, and his truck just stuck around that outside groove and pulled away. So unfortunately it ended under yellow, but it was good racing.
Next week, head to Dover, mate. Track that you like or loathe?
I actually really enjoyed Dover. I had a good run there, except for staying out on no tyres, and everyone else took fresh tyres. But in the past I'd had a race there, and I tried to gamble with the tyres, probably a bit like what happened in Rockingham. But no, I reckon that's a really good racetrack, and I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, me too. One to watch next week will actually be Ashley, who rather enjoys Dover. He does all right there, so watch out for him next week. Just giving you the bit of inside information, yeah.
I won't tell anyone.
Well, we're just seeing Stratford actually go on the grass. He's actually looped it. Which is quite funny. Great job, Stratty.
That's starting off.
Only person that could be would be Stratty doing that, wouldn't it?
No comment, Your Honour.
Now, busy weekend ahead for all the drivers, mate. With Premier Series this weekend, you're thinking you'll go okay at Sebring, or a track that you're not too familiar with?
Not familiar with. Unfortunately, I won't do as well as I did at Oran Park, actually making top split and finishing inside the top 10. That was pretty remarkable. Unfortunately, we won't see scenes like that. It's a racetrack that I've done probably next to 0 laps. We talked a little bit earlier. I think the only race I did was a special event race, and we used a shorter circuit. So unfortunately, not enough laps around there, but I am looking forward to it. It's always good fun racing Scops, and the boys really know how to put on a good race, regardless whether it's top split or bottom split.
All right, well, good luck for next week, and good luck for Premier Series, and we'll chat to you soon, mate.
Look forward to it. Thanks, boys. All the best, and thanks for all the efforts behind the scenes putting these broadcasts together.
Oh, no worries, mate.
No worries.
We'll talk to you soon. So Jason Martin officially now the winner for round 11. And Hayden Dodman in P2, Jake Maloney in 3rd. We'll run through the official field right now. So
I was really...
Fully complete. Martin, Dodman, Maloney, Clark, McLeod, Lear, Albert, Mickelmore, Trotman and Foster, the top 10. That was a pretty entertaining race. It's sad that it ended under caution.
I was really going to enjoy that, because if Martin checked up somewhere, Dodman or Maloney could have snatched that win back out of Martin. But in hindsight of that, this is his first race back in quite a number of races, so what a way to come back.
Well, we might wrap it up after that entertaining event. Winner for race 11 in the Club Oz NZ Nascar iRacing Truck Series has been Jason Martin. Remember to check out all our broadcasts here at V8 Online. Next broadcast will be Sunday night for the V8 Supercar Online Premier Series. Broadcast starts from around about 5:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Make sure you check us out on all the social media platforms. Thank you very much for your help tonight, Isaac. Great job.
No worries.
This is Jay Kennedy signing out. We will be back on Sunday for the V8 Supercar Premier Series. Your winner of round 11, Jason Martin.